What's going on, you beautiful buttholes? We are here on the fourth and skol. This and that sports talk recap. Just starting off, my father in law's been having some health issues, so I do have my two kids running around all crazy like. One of them thinks he's Flash, so if you hear any weird noises or anything like that, it's just a really happy 3-year-old running around the house acting like Flash. So, to be young again, right? Anyway, what a weird week in the NFL with the Texans getting the. I really thought that game was, went in the Jaguars' favor. The Texans come out. Bills lose. Packers lose. I'm happy about that. And of course, my Vikings lose. They need some help right now. And I'm not. Kevin O'Connell's not exactly making it easy on old J.J. McCarthy. But it's only his fourth game. I guess we're not really going to know whether McCarthy can get it done or not until he gets some more starts under his belt. Drake May, he kind of struggled last year when he took over, and he's a MVP candidate right now. Caleb Williams is looking good. Bo Nix is still trash. Actually, hot garbage, as I like to say. So let's just get into it. First and foremost, I am a Vikings fan. We're going to talk about the Vikings, but we're also going to talk about other games around the NFL, other things that are on my mind, and honestly, things that come out of my mouth you might not like. And personally, I don't care if you don't like it. I'm here to say what is on my mind, what I think, and that's how it's going to be. So starting off, Denver. You might be 8-2, but you're hot garbage. You got a defense. You got an offensive line. You got a couple weapons. But that quarterback, good Lord, he's not good. He is not good. I've said it before, Bo Nix was the one quarterback I did not want the Vikings to take. And honestly, he is proving me right. I did not want Minnesota to take Bo Nix. You have pretty much no offense with that guy. You beat the Raiders by 3. You beat the Texans by 3. Okay, the Cowboys. You beat them by what, 20? The Giants by 1. The Jets by 2. Come on. These are teams that don't have an offense, don't have a great defense, and you're telling me your franchise quarterback is putting up 10 points, 13 points? Come on. If you're a franchise quarterback, you should be blowing teams like that out of the water. Plain and simple. I don't know what else to say. Bo Nix, you're hot garbage. You have your Denver Broncos as the fake ID of the NFL right now. You're a first-round exit. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care if you're a Denver fan. I really don't. You can think that Denver's doing good all you want. I mean, if I was a Denver fan, I'd be happy 8-2. But deep down, I'm knowing that if I meet the Bills, if I meet the Chiefs in the first round of the playoffs, you're packing your bags and you're going home. That's exactly what would happen. The Chicago Bears of the NFC North, they had been the laughingstock of the NFC North for 10 years, maybe longer. Haven't been very relevant. Haven't made the playoffs in quite a few years. Haven't had a quarterback in quite a few years. Oh, Caleb looking pretty good. He is. That offense seems to be humming. They don't got a defense. But they hit a very tough part of their schedule starting Sunday. Yeah, I say the Vikings are tough. They always play the Bears. The Bears and Vikings always have, usually it comes out to a one-score game no matter how bad the team is. I personally think that the Bears' second half of the season is going to make or break it for the Bears. One thing, the Bears, the games that they've won this year, their opponents are 15-40-1. So the teams that they've beat are not good. Teams that they've lost to have a combined 13-13 record, so you're talking more 500 teams. You haven't beat a 500 team this year. You need to prove it. Starting Sunday, okay, Minnesota's 4-5. Starting Sunday, you got that gauntlet of a schedule. You got to play the Eagles. You got to play the Packers. You got to play the Vikings. You got to play the Lions. You got the Steelers. I don't know if I said them already. And you got the Browns. With Browns don't have much of an offense. They got a good defense. If you don't win four of those games, you're looking at finish 7-11. That's just what it is. We're going to see what Chicago is made of starting Sunday against Minnesota. We are going to see if Caleb, who has been looking good, I will give him that. The Bears have been looking good. We're going to see if they can make a run for the NFC North crown. I would much rather see Chicago, who has struggled for, I would say, at least the last 10 years, really struggled. I would much rather see them win the NFC North crown than the Packers. And that's another team that we'll get to. I do not think the Packers are good. I just don't. They scored 7 points last night. 7. With your $55 million quarterback, your high-priced running back. You got a young defense. You just traded for Micah Parsons. You're scoring 7 points. Your defense did its job. You held the Eagles to 10 points. You're telling me you couldn't get 13 points? Couldn't get 14? Come on. I believe the Packers will finish last in this division in the NFC North. And if the Bears can make a run, I really think the Bears could come out on top. We're going to see. It worries me. And people, I'm not a Bears fan. I got a friend that I do a podcast with. He's a Bears fan. He's all high right now on them. I'm skeptical. Teams they've beaten, 15-40-1. They've not played good teams. The teams they've beaten are not good. I'm talking about the Saints, the Raiders, the Bengals, teams like that. And the way you've been squeaking out some of these wins against these teams, it worries me. If I was a Bears fan, it would worry me. You're talking a come-from-behind victory against the Bengals. You should have lost that game on Sunday. If it wasn't for Jackson Dart getting hurt and going out, you would have lost that game Sunday against the Giants. Bears, buckle up. You got a tough schedule to finish the year. It's going to make or break you. You're going to make the playoffs, or you're going to finish 7-11. Time will tell. Some other shockers for the week. Buffalo. What happened? You got your butt kicked in all game long by the Dolphins. You had nothing left after that. You let Devon Achane run all over you. You let Tua throw all over you. You couldn't do anything offensively. You were struggling. James Cook, Josh Allen, you were struggling. Before the season started, I broke down every team's schedule and I wrote down wins and losses. I wasn't taking into consideration injuries, trades, yada yada yada. I really thought the Bills would finish 13-4 and win that division. The way the Patriots have been playing, I don't see it happening. Patriots are one heck of a good team. Mike Vrabel has them humming. I think, honestly, they might get the top seed in the AFC. It's going to come down to them or the Colts. I don't see any other team sneaking up and grabbing that one seed from them. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying the Colts or the Patriots are going to win. I just see one of those two teams getting the top seed. The toughest game that the Patriots have is they play the Bills one more time. Other than that, they got the Jets, They got the Bengals. They got the Ravens. Ravens have been looking good, so I mean there could be a couple losses on there, but as far as what what the Patriots have been doing offensively and defensively, I think they are the best team in the AFC, and my pick right now to get that top AFC slot. The Rams were my top pick to finish in the NFC. People gave me some weird looks about that, but I'm going off how the Rams finished last year. They got a young, good defense. They got a Matt Stafford who seems to be extremely healthy. They got weapons, and they've been looking good these past few weeks. I think Matt Stafford has 13 touchdown passes in the past 3 weeks alone. MVP frontrunner. What can I say? I think I nailed it right there when I picked the Rams to be my top NFC pick. And my other team that's kind of surprised this year, Sammy Big Dick Darnold. The Seattle Seahawks are humming. Sammy's right up there in the MVP consideration. The Seattle Seahawks could give the Rams a run for their money in that division, but I think it's ultimately going to go to the Rams. Seahawks are looking good, though. I do think they can make some noise if and when they get to the playoffs. They are going to make some noise. Nothing else really that I'm worth talking about. You got Jonathan Taylor and another monster game. He was the top fantasy player this year at 50. I think 54 points was what he got me. I have him in one of my leagues. Pretty happy about that. Top waiver wire ad in fantasy this year is this week. I believe could be Tyler Algier from the Atlanta Falcons. He's been getting a lot of goal line work. They got Carolina this week. I do think I put a claim in on him in one of my leagues. I think he might sneak you a touchdown in there. He's been having some good usage. I do think if you were to get him, you could put him in your flex spot, and I think it would pay off for you, especially this week against Carolina. So like I said, I'm just trying something out this week. My kids have actually left me alone for going on 13 minutes here. I do hear a faucet running, so I'm not sure what that's all about. They're not fighting or killing each other yet, so I'm doing something good there. So hopefully I'll be back next week to give you a Week 11 recap, just a quick recap. I like to go through some bigger games, some upset games. There wasn't really any upsets this week that I want to talk about, except the Bills, which I kind of already went over that. Pretty much every other game went as you would have expected it to go. The kids are fighting now. So hopefully I will be back next week, and I will give you some more dad knowledge. Maybe another fantasy update. I'll let you know how my teams do this week. I'm fighting for the playoffs coming up here. So thank you for tuning in to the 4th and Skol NFL Week 10 recap. This is This and That Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.